Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. We need to talk about Dustin Poirier. 2 days ago, I see the news circulating in Instagram and Twitter, I guess, the charge sheet of Dustin Poirier getting arrested. And in the reasons, it was mentioned that he was being drunk in public. And I'm like, yeah, that's bad, but it's not really too bad. I would assume just like a lot of people just get drunk, especially someone who's just retired. Maybe it's not too bad. And then a day later, we see the video, the body cam footage of Dustin Poirier getting arrested at the airport. And it's really, really bad. So for like 98% of the fighters, I would not be making this video because it's just nonsense drama and I don't really consider getting into a lot of this. But this is my goat, man. Like literally last week when Justin Gaethje won the belt and I made the video talking about the fight, I said in the video something to the effect of, I'm sad that I never got to see Dustin Poirier get the belt, but at least I'm happy Justin Gaethje did it. So that's why I'm like really making this video. So let's rewind back again to what happened in the video. We see it from the POV of the airport cop, I guess, and when he opens the door and comes out, Dustin Poirier is already agitated. He's already talking shit to the flight attendants, where you can see them here. Like there were like two women who were standing here, and Dustin Poirier is already like talking to them, and like he's extremely agitated. The cop comes out, and Dustin Poirier starts telling him that his friends are apparently already in the house. Guess he's reaching from here to Louisiana, Lafayette, Louisiana, and he's talking that they are already at home and he's still being stuck here. Stuck here, and till this again, he also tells them like fuck the flight attendants, fuck you, man, to the cop and yada yada. And I don't think it's that bad till this point. And then it gets worse. He tells the cop that fuck you, bro, and then he's like, I'm gonna fight you right now. Luckily, this cop knew who Dustin Poirier was. He knew this is like a high level UFC fighter, and he's like, I'm gonna keep my distance away from him. And then we see the classic Dustin Poirier, shorts pull. He's wearing his hat here, otherwise he would have fixed his hair too. And then maybe he would have hit his signature switch right hand after that. But again, this is when things start to get really, really bad. But fortunately, Dustin Poirier seems to be a very lucky man because the cop knew who he was. He's trying to like calm the situation. He's maintaining distance, and Dustin Poirier is like acting so aggressive and trying to like close the distance, get near him. He also like calls him the N-word, like it's gonna be bad. This is terrible behavior, man. This is like absolutely horrible, horrible behavior from someone I consider my goat. But the cop, as I said, was acting very rationally the whole situation. He's like maintaining distance and he's calling for backup, and once the backup comes, Dustin Poirier calms down and then like lets himself like he surrenders himself basically and gets arrested. And then on the way out, he's like, hit me the fist bump, man. You did it. He's like, hit it, champ. You did a really good job to the cop he was trying to fight like 1 minute ago. this was a crazy situation, but as I said, luckily for him, this would have been way, way worse. This could have been way, way worse. What if he's like so past the point he's trying to fight the flight attendants? What if it's a cop, it's another cop who doesn't know who Dustin Poirier is and is just thinking, I can just like easily arrest him without any problem, and then gets knocked out, and now the cops are surrounding and just shoots him down? What if it's a woman cop and he still tries to fight her? This could have gone so worse. And Dustin Poirier has just had a baby son. Like, he's a father of two now, and he has, I don't even think his son is like 1 year old now. I think he was born after his last fight, and this last fight was like 12 months, 11 months ago, maybe, I guess, against Max Holloway. And this would have been so worse if that was the case. So is a he is an extremely fortunate man for how the things unfolded here. And as I said, I'm making this video because one of basically I really see him as an inspiration, but also because this is not a defensible behavior, but it's an understandable one. Like, if you have a dad and he's retired, you know, like these type of behavior that we have seen from Dustin Poirier, where he's talking about he doesn't really know how to cope with it, because a part of it, like, he has been doing it for 20 years, fighting at the highest level, and suddenly it's no more and he doesn't know how to cope with it. He has been open about it. And if you have like a dad, you have seen your dad like doesn't know what he's should do now. He's just walking around, he's like trying to do gardening, he's trying to like keep himself busy, but you can see like something is like not right with him, because he's trying to cope, he's trying to find a new purpose for him. And Dustin Poirier has been extremely open about it, man. He's been talking about it for a while now. He has said like, I'm a danger to myself. He has talked about like sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not. And he has been open about his mental struggles a lot during his career. Like, this could have went really worse, but it also shows the lack of, it also highlights like what these fighters go through once their fighting career is like done. And this, I think, is also the reason why a lot of washed out fighters are still fighting, because they don't want to like lose their purpose. They would rather get like Frank Mir was like getting knocked out at like 50 years old. Tony Ferguson is like now going on 7 fight losing streak, and now is like trying to box because he doesn't want to lose his purpose of living. Even though I don't think that's the healthiest way to cope about this. But Dustin Poirier, I feel like, is someone who's extremely self-aware, and he has already like posted a story about how his family deserves him at his full, and he shouldn't be doing stuff like this, yada yada. And I do think he will be like trying to fix himself, which is the right way to do, and what he should be doing. And I really hope he like fixes it. I hope he consults like a psychologist or someone to understand how to navigate through this. Like I said, it's not like he doesn't have things going on. He's been like on the on the broadcast. He has been doing his own podcast with George Masvidal and Dean Thomas, and like, who's the other one? Chris Weidman. He has like a hot sauce business. He's like doing charity, and he has like two children now, and he still thinks that he is still struggling with the lack of fighting in his life. And this is also something that a lot of fighters go through, as I said, but a lot of people are talking about this, that he was doing it because he was drunk. And I don't think that was the case. I don't think that was the case, because he's not really slurring. He's not like disoriented. He seems to be like still completely there. I don't think it was a case of him being drunk. I think it was a case of roid rage. He has been talking a lot about how he's juicing now, how he's like massive, how he's trying to like build muscles up, and I think he's like taking a lot of steroids. I think it's a case of the steroids and the alcohol mixing, and then coming out as roid rage rather than just him being drunk. I hope, I think he does probably have to like, I'm speculating this. It's not like it's fact or something, but he really does have to like take care of what he's doing with his body. Obviously, drinking is also not good. So I hope like he really like figures out a way out of this mess, and yeah, finds a solution for it and finds a way to cope about it. Because for others, maybe I would consider that they don't have a lot going on in their life, but it's not the case for Dustin Poirier. But yeah, man, just wanted to talk a little bit about this. See you guys in the next video.